Turn it up. It's The Record Machine with your host, Jimmy Hall.
I hear you coming home. It's been a lifetime more. You have nothing to say me. You can't even look at me. Don't you lay down? Don't you walk out? Don't you lay down? Don't you walk out? Walk out on me. This is my This is my life. This is This is my life. I see you across the room. I want your staircase room. Your skin on top of me. The way it's supposed to be. Don't you lay down? Don't you walk out? Don't you lay down? Don't you walk out? Walk out on me. This is my This is my life. 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 Ooh,
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Glass Alice singer Mike Hermensky and guitarist Eric Albenze. How you doing, Mike?
Good. How are you? Eric's on the line with us also.
Hey, how's it going, bro?
It's been a while.
Yeah, guys. Crazy.
The last time I spoke to you guys was about 3 years ago, April of 2019. A lot's happened since then. You guys got a record deal, and you put out an album. How's that going so far?
Yeah, well, since we've talked last time, I mean, what hasn't happened? I mean, went through a pandemic and everything, but right before the pandemic and stuff like that, we went and recorded with Jim Work, and yeah, it went really well, I thought. And this is the product that we're starting to put out right now.
Lots changed, though, Jimmy. And hey, we wanted to say thanks. You're the one that actually hooked us up with Super Delicious Records, and it was a funny thing for your listeners that Jimmy messaged me and said, "Are you guys signed yet?" And I said, "No, excuse me." And then 2 days later, I get 2 emails saying record labels that we wanted to talk to us through Jimmy. So we wanted to say thank you for setting us up with Super Delicious Records, and especially Matt. He's been really, really good for us.
Oh, you're welcome, man. I'm glad to help out. I was glad that he took interest in you, because I thought you guys were great when I first heard you, and I still do.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
I know it's been a while since you heard anything, but we have a lot of work that Mike and I have done ourselves. Late Night actually was a song that Mike and I completely wrote, produced, and recorded ourselves outside of Jim Ward.
Wow. Now, this podcast is going to feature 2 tracks, Late Nights and a new one, I believe. It's called My World. What's the story behind those 2 songs?
Okay.
I could answer that. Well, Late Nights, Eric wrote the music for that one, and I wrote the lyrics and stuff. And that one's basically, the way I seen it was, kind of take interest in the little things in life, I mean, especially after the pandemic and everything, you get tied into bigger things in life, and you kind of forget about the small things. And that's kind of what that song's about in my head, personally. Mm-hmm. And then My World is the way I wrote it was the guy who could never get the girl, basically, is how, when I wrote that song, how I was thinking of the scenario.
Very cool. Now, on your YouTube page, you have several music videos up there, including the one for your single Late Nights, which is a comic book adaptation video. What's the process like shooting a video like that, a comic book video? How's that go?
That's
all Eric.
What's that?
I did that completely myself, and I had went to the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, and I had my associates in computer animation, but that really never went anywhere. So in the back of my head, when we were talking to the label, I had the idea for Matt, and he loved it. So I started putting something together, and I just realized this was going to be a shit ton of work, and it was. I mean, it damn near killed me. I had to work 24/7 almost for the last couple days, and I didn't even want to look at it. But I learned so much from this, to where we have a lot of cool ideas going forward that we could tell different stories with a better style animate. Just a different way to try things. With everything just seemed to change today. Like shows and stuff. A lot of people are just online. So we're gonna put some work into visual stuff. Just to round out the new music. And the new music, I'll have to send you a couple of tracks, Jimmy. Jim Wordy did an awesome job as usual, but we didn't have that much time to have him produce us. We only get like a week with him. Mm-hmm. And so this was the first time that Mike and I were able to really take the tracks and actually add on to it and kind of start building on top of it from there. And it's really taking shape the way we envisioned our music to go. And Late Nights just came out of nowhere, and we got a couple of those lined up right now that we're working on. So we really haven't stopped working, through everything, and just getting ready for the live shows, and then pandemic, then we got John ready, and I guess he had just a rare condition that no one knew about, and so then when that happened, we had another drummer, we spent a lot of time, it just didn't work out. So, but Mike and I have never stopped. We have, like we did Late Nights in between, just waiting on the mixes back, and then we have a couple more that we're still fine tuning. And Matt's been great at the label on really helping us. He's been way more than just a label with us too. He's been hands on. He was out there the whole time with Jim and us, and he checks our music out and gives his thoughts, and so we all work together on this album. It's Kevin, Mike's brother, called it our Chinese democracy album because it's taken so long to get out.
But it's the time that we put into the album, I think, will really show from our first album our growth as artists, and that's one thing I'm definitely proud of.
Gravity was such a good song. Mm-hmm. It was hard to top that because that song just hit naturally. But once we hit our groove, and after working with Jim and learning so much from him and able to do a lot of this on our own time, we could put hours and hours into these songs. So we're really filling up to where you'll see the difference. There's a couple tunes I want to send you, Jimmy, just to see what you think on the side that are coming up that we think are pretty special. Double kick and drop tuning and stuff like that. So we got a ton of work ready to go. We're just kind of following the way the procedure, as it gets released.
Now, since the last time I've talked to you guys, has there been any lineup changes? And if so, who's in the band?
Oh, yeah. Our drummer who helped record this album, unfortunately, had diabetes, and he ended up passing away.
Oh, my God.
So,
I'm so sorry to hear that.
that was a shock to all of us. And so we were kind of down for a couple months just wondering how to move on and what to do. And we ended up hooking up with another drummer, and we worked with him for a few months, and we're just about to start playing shows. We're just coming out of the pandemic and everything, and he kind of bailed on us. So we're working with a drummer right now that's in our somewhat surrounding area, and we're just getting him going. We've only been with him about a week or two. So that's fresh. And Chloe's still, as far as, he does side projects. We all do kind of side projects and stuff like that. So basically that's about it,
Mm-hmm. This new song that Matt sent me in the mail the other day, My World, will there be a music video for this song? And if so, when?
I would believe
that's our next release, and you kind of get the exclusive on that. We wanted to just say thanks again for, you've been one of our earlier supporters. So this is the first time. We really like this song. I think people are going to dig it. So far, we had a lot of good feedback on this song. So we're excited to. I kind of dropped the ball on the video, just from the late night video to the next one, and in between the drummers, we'll have a video, but we'll want to make sure it's ready.
Yeah, it'll be
working on that right now, though.
Yeah, but it's in the process.
Now, you talked about you're working on some new songs. There's going to be a new album. If so, when can we expect this album?
Well, let's see. I would say sometime in beginning of the new year.
Very cool.
I think we're set up to drop a new song about every 2 months. So we have probably 12 songs to come out. It's really whenever the label wants us to release the whole album. I know they want to release some songs first, but I think we have 10, 12 songs that could go on the album right now. We'll be releasing like every month or two.
With the holidays and everything, if you drop music right now, I think we'll lose, audience. Like after the first year, everybody's ready. New year, new things. So I believe that's when we'll be dropping it.
Very cool. Now, does it have a title?
Oh, I believe yep.
Can you say it or you can't say it?
No, we could say Premonitions.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Premonitions.
Very cool. So that will be your second full-length album, correct?
Yes, it will.
First one, was 6 songs or 8 songs? I forget what considers to be an actual LP.
I think anything more than 4 is an LP, isn't it? Like an EP is like 4 or less, right?
I believe so.
So if you had 6, I would say that's a full-length album, I would think.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
This would be our second album.
And the first one's titled Bitten, correct?
Yes. Isn't there kind of a curse on all bands when they say they're going for their second album? It's usually like the hardest
album for them.
Well, I think,
for them to make.
Well, I think it's because you're trying to chase the success that you had on the first album with Gravity. I mean, when I first heard that song, I was like, wow, I got to talk to these cats. So now you're probably trying to make something even bigger than that, correct?
Oh, yes. Yeah, just learning just naturally, and the whole music thing, and learning to lose members, unfortunately, and stuff, and moving on, and just writing. I believe my writing's at its top. I've looked at music a little bit different than the first album, and I think it shows in the second one for sure.
So when you guys are writing new music, what's your creative process like? How do you, go about the way you make the songs?
Well,
There's a good process. How you record on your recorder, Mike?
Yeah. Well, there's a couple ways. Like sometimes Eric writes the music and he'll send it to me, and I'll write lyrics around it, and we'll bounce it back and forth. And then there's times like when I'm writing a song, I usually have downtime or whatever. I usually have my phone on me, and if I get a line in my head, I'll put it in my phone, and then I'll come home, and usually I start writing some music, and usually I try to get the music down first to a point, and then I just start writing lyrics, what's going on in my life, or just even watching, news or society. I just try to put myself in somebody else's shoes and write from how they would feel, or what, the things that they're going through, basically.
And you had like 300, probably 300 little recordings. It's great. It's just, anything he thinks of, he just puts it down, and then that way he could go through it and try to get the best melody, out of everything. So it's a pretty cool process.
Do you guys have any shows coming up in the near future?
Well, right now we're getting probably right in the beginning of the new year. Honestly, we want to get our drummer up to speed and make sure he's with the holidays and everything coming up. But time between all of us getting together is tight right now. But I believe in the beginning of the new year we'll be definitely booking shows. Matt was telling us about it.
We have a booking agency, and Matt's just waiting to pull the trigger on that, and then like 40 locations he's going to hit, but just wants to make sure we're ready. So I just talked to him today, and we're pretty much there. Just another week or two, then we could lock him in, and then they could start booking some shows, and we could get back out there. And looking forward to it too, because we got new equipment. Just our skill levels have changed. We've been able to really make these songs a lot bigger. I think you'll notice there's a lot fuller, a lot more of dynamics to everything, and looking forward to seeing what people think. So Late Nights was our first song that was just something that Mike and I did on our own, completely just us two.
Wow.
So.
And then we wanted to, and I'm excited for you guys to hear My World. It's kind of a different song for me to write, but it was definitely one of my favorite.
It's great.
Mine too.
It's a great song. And now, Mike, besides singing, you play several instruments too, right? You play guitar, and do you play bass as well, or just guitar?
So I play guitar mainly, and even me and Eric, but Eric even does. Bass, I wouldn't say I'm great at it. But that's what got me into guitar, actually. Was one of my buddies was going off to the Marines, and he gave me an old cheap bass, and he said, when I get out, we'll start a band. And so basically I learned how to play the bass somewhat decent, and I moved on to guitar, and that's how my road trip down music has gone,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it probably helps you a lot with your songwriting, right? Because you can write the music and the lyrics down while you're coming up with something, correct?
Oh yeah. I usually write a lot on acoustic. It's actually right next to me right now. But I sit down. I have a little space that I write in and stuff, and I come down and write and play guitar and work things out. I'm not happy until I work it out. It's kind of like a splinter in my mind,
Very cool. Now, Eric, you play guitar and you play bass as well, right?
Yes, I play guitar, bass, and whatever we need. Drums are a little tough for me, but we can do it if we have to. Like Late Nights, I think I put the bass line and the solo to that. And then sometimes Mike and I get lucky. Like I'll write the whole song, and he's like, "I got exactly what goes for it," and it'll be perfect. Like Voices, that was done like that. He had the lyrics that day that we recorded it, and basically the same with Late Night. So it's nice. There's that doesn't always happen that way sometimes. So I had to scale back too, because sometimes I want to write the whole song, but it's easier to write with Mike, because he's like, well, let's do this here, because since he's a vocalist, and then make this change here. It's just easier to work with him on some ideas instead of trying to write around the lyrics. So
very cool. Now, what are your plans for the coming year?
Get this album completely done. We're in the final mastering stages of the songs, and there's two songs that kind of popped up that we really like, that we're working really hard to try to get them on the album. But there's gonna sooner or later here we're gonna have a cutoff point, and then all the tracks get mastered, and we'll get it shipped off to have it out. But I think Matt wants to release a couple songs first. Like they'll probably 2 more songs will come out.
What's coming in the new year? Definitely dropping the album, and hopefully start playing some shows here real soon, and see what happens from there. Honestly.
Very cool. Now, when you guys drop your singles, what do you do it on? Like iTunes, Bandcamp? What sites are you dropping them on?
Across the board, on all social, all streaming media, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, all of them, really.
Now, are you guys going to be selling physical copies when the new album comes out, or is it just going to be digital?
We're definitely going to get some CDs because rock music is one of the few genres that still promotes that, but
or some flash drives and stuff.
Around, I don't even have a CD player,
Yeah, we'll get some flash drives, and we definitely want people to be able to buy because we want to do some cover art and little things to thank people and stuff like that. It's just nice. Something physical is always nice to hold on to.
Yeah. Good merch is great to bring to shows, for sale, sales and stuff like that.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, that's usually when I want to show, you always want to leave with something, either a T-shirt or, a CD or something, some kind of tchotchke.
Right. Jimmy, what do you think? Are CDs on their way out completely?
I still like buying them, but I do buy stuff off of Bandcamp too, because a lot of bands just put their music up on Bandcamp, and you buy download the album for like $8 or something like that, and then you don't have to worry about shipping
Scratching
it or anything
losing
like
it.
Yeah,
that was the problem with me with CDs. I always lost them and scratched them.
So I think either way it's good. I mean, you could still go like a cheaper route if you want to do a couple hundred CDs. There's a company, I think they're called Kunaki. They do CDs, and they also do vinyl records as well. But I don't think you have to order a set amount. I think you can order what you want. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll text you guys that link to that site. Basically, all you have to do is give them your files for your album, and they'll make the CDs and put the cover on everything to it.
I know definitely vinyl is on its way back. People, are definitely in love with records, and records are expensive to put out. That's for sure.
Yep.
Expensive, yeah.
But this company that I'm talking about, they'll do an album one and done. That's it. Like, so if one of your fans wants to order this on vinyl, the new album, they can order it, and you don't have to order like 30 copies or 50 copies to sell. Like,
oh wow,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's
so
amazing.
Basically, you just have to upload your art and your music to the site, and then they'll print the records out as the orders come in. It's like,
wow,
yeah.
I definitely want to get a record for myself. That would be definitely cool.
And that would be good to give like close friends and family members that during the holidays too. You could press them up an album,
All right, well, for sure.
Yeah, we could sell it to family kind of cheap,
Yeah.
$20 a pop.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I'll text you guys. I'll text you the link to that company. A couple of bands that I've interviewed have been using them, and I actually got a CD from that site about a week ago, and I played in my car. It sounds great, and I also have a vinyl record from there as well.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely send it to us.
Yeah, you know what you guys got to do? You got to do a late nights, like the comic book T-shirt you should do.
Oh, that would be cool.
Like
we should do that.
On the front, like just have like the comic book image on the front with the late nights and the Glass Alice logo. I think that would be pretty sick to sell up on your website.
Hell yeah. We are set up through Amazon merch to where we just upload the artwork, and everyone who buys our merchandise goes right through Amazon, so you get the free delivery and the backed by Amazon, warranties and all that.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to work on a T-shirt like that. I like that design, man, for sure.
I do too.
I think you'd sell a lot of them because you don't see many people doing that,
No.
So
in fact, I mean, I design them and upload them, and then they sell for $20. So I'll try and get you one, Tim.
Oh, that would be awesome, man. Now,
Get you one.
I appreciate that. Now, do you guys have a website you'd like to promote?
GlassAlice.com is our site.
And all your links are up there, your social links and everything like that.
Yep, and we're at Instagram at Glass Alice Band, and same with YouTube. And we're working on YouTube channel too, to where we want to do a little bit more on there, especially with some of the comic book stuff, and also maybe some live shows, just acoustic sets. We really jam acoustic great. We haven't had a chance to really show off any of our acoustic stuff. So we're looking forward to this year to getting out there. This has been a tough year, but it was worth putting in the extra work because this will be something that we're proud of. You can't have any regrets if you give it everything you got, so.
Right. Is there anything you guys like to mention that we didn't talk about today?
No, let me think. No, I'm surprised. What's killing me is the price of tickets right now to go see anybody is crazy. My wife wanted to go see, I think it was Billy Joel and stuff. I mean, tickets are like $500 and stuff. I mean,
that's
crazy. It's crazy to me. I mean, that's like people's mortgage and stuff, and not everybody has that kind of money right now, and especially with the inflation and everything, money's tight for a lot of people. And I mean,
of course.
I'm just like, that's a lot of money for somebody.
Yup, it certainly is. Definitely is.
And I don't know if you could say it's right or if it's wrong. I mean, they've definitely earned their spot in the music world, but I mean, I don't know.
Joel, he hasn't put out a new song in 20 years?
Right, but I mean, the thing is I mean, he's definitely a draw. He's a great musician and everything, but for a lot of people, that's a lot of money. And I don't know, if I was a musician in his place, I would try to definitely lower your tickets so the average person could go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I hear he got really screwed over by his manager or something. Like, he's broke, from what I understood.
Wow.
Billy Joel.
He's been married a bunch of times too, so maybe it's a lot of alimony payments.
Well, yeah, he won't be after this tour. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, some of these guys, they get married like 5 times. They have like 20 kids, The manager screws them over.
Hey, Jim, you're in Virginia Beach, right?
No, I'm in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, Myrtle Beach. I thought you were in Virginia Beach.
No, I'm in actually a town called North Myrtle Beach. It's a little bit away from
the touristy.
Yeah, like I'm like more towards Little River. It's more of a little more upscale, not too much, but
Okay, I've been to Myrtle Beach a couple of times, and I just recently went to Virginia Beach, and I thought you were from there for some reason.
No, but if you guys ever come down to Myrtle Beach, let me know. I'll meet you guys out, have a cold beer with you.
Definitely a couple cocktails. Yeah.
Exactly. So
if you come up to Cleveland, let us know, man.
Definitely. Well, so what do you guys got planned for the holidays? Anything good?
I'm cooking turkey. My wife's going up to see her family. It's about an hour away, so she'll be back. And my mom's, she's a little up in her age, so I'm cooking Thanksgiving, actually.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Hey, I'm a pretty good cook, man. That's one thing. It's a stress thing. It doesn't.
Pretty good.
It doesn't. See, Eric's had my food,
Nice.
but it's something that relieves my stress. I don't mind cooking for people, so.
That's good. And what about you, Eric? What are you up to for the holidays?
Probably seeing some family, and honestly, I've been nose to the grind on this album. It was great to be able to get all the stems from Jim in the studio, and we're just going through and filling out the songs, adding more dynamics to it. Like it's a work, and but it's worth it, And
that's what he'll be. That's what he'll be doing. He'll be working. That's what he'll be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. It's really not even work. I mean, too bad we're not making money.
Yeah.
I would do it either way. It's really great, and it was cool. I was watching a special with Alice in Chains and Jerry Cantrell, and he did all his vocals at his home studio, and a lot of artists are doing it. Same with Seether, Sean Morgan. He did all his vocals, and in fact, the band doesn't even live anywhere close, like 12 hours away. Sean does most of the writing, everything himself, and he shoots it off to the guys. If they like it, then they fill in the parts. And it's kind of cool to know that's kind of how we've been doing it too. So it's nice to see that we're on the same level where everything is right now. Because I think, to stay relevant, things are going to have to move fast. So one thing good is we have enough material to where we could drop a song for a year straight right now. So when we do start dropping songs, these will be quality songs that, that we haven't started working on in 2 years, So
we're excited.
Well, I'm excited for you guys. Like I said, I've been a fan since I heard you guys, and I'm really glad that everything's going, your way, and I'm really excited about hearing this new album when it comes out. And I just want to thank you guys again for always coming on the show and chatting with me about your music. And I want to wish you the best of luck in the coming year, and I hope you guys have a great holiday season.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Jimmy. Yep. Great.
Thanks, and we hope you have a great holiday, and I hope people enjoy this song, and look for us after the new year. We'll definitely be out there some way, somehow, and just come find us.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, I'll send you a couple tracks that I'm working on and see what you think. If that's cool.
Awesome. I look forward to hearing them.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, you guys keep in touch, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This life in front of me, and all its beauty that surrounds